In this example, we're going to solve an application problem involving right triangles. So at first, we're told that this stalk of bamboo is 8 feet high. And I have this little image here just to give us a sense of what we're being given, and labeled it as 8 feet. But the upper end is broken, and when it breaks, it reaches the ground 3 feet from the stem. Let me show you what that looks like. So at this point, the bamboo is broken. The upper end reaches the ground 3 feet from the stem, the base of the stem. So that's that 3 feet that's being referenced in the problem setup. We're asked to now find the height of the break. So that would be this measure that we do not know. So let's label this as X. Now, we are assuming here a right triangle. I know my triangle is not drawn to scale, but I did just want to illustrate what the bamboo was trying to say here in the context of that problem. So what I'm going to do is take away some of the context and just draw the right triangle at this point. Again, don't assume that this triangle is drawn to scale. Also, because I'm given my measurements in feet, my answer will also be in feet. I'm not writing those units here on the actual diagram, so I don't have to make any kind of unit conversions as well. So I do have that at least the base here of this triangle, one of its legs is 3. The height, the other leg is X. Again, we're assuming that right triangle. And now what to do with the 8? Well, if all together that bamboo stalk was 8 units high or 8 feet high, X of which is already part of one of these two sides, then what's left, 8 minus X, will be the length of this third side, this hypotenuse. So now I have enough information that I can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for X. So the Pythagorean theorem is leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. Or in other words, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let's substitute in what we know. We can say 3 squared plus x squared equals 8 minus x squared. We'll start solving some things here. I'll just kind of have to move this to the side a little bit. So 3 squared is 9. X squared, well, it's just x squared. For this next expression, I need to multiply this out. Now, you may choose to do this over here on the side, or use one of those rules that we discussed in class one day. I'm just going to multiply this over here out on the side. So 8 times 8 gives me 64. 8 times negative x is negative 8x. Negative x times 8, negative 8x. And negative x times negative x is plus x squared. These two are like terms, so I will go ahead and condense just a little bit more by combining those like terms to the following expression on the right side of the equation. At this point, we want to isolate x. I'm actually going to start, though, with the x squared terms by subtracting them from both sides. Notice what happens. Now they're eliminated. I'm left with 9 equals 64 minus 16x. And I'm isolating x. So the first thing we'll do is subtract the 64. And just move for some more space. I have negative 55 equals negative 16x. Last step is to divide by negative 16. And we end up with x equals 3.4375. Again, because we kept the same units the whole time, this is also in the same units in this problem, which was feet. So 3.4375 feet You are asked in this particular case to round to the nearest hundredth, so that's how in the final answer we would type 3.44 feet.